Now, three astronauts are said to be sent into the International Space Station for a 6-month-long stay. This is not the first time that China is doing this and having a space launch, but it's a sign that Beijing is determined to ramp up its space program. Well, let's bring in Kerry Allen, who is our Chinese analyst at the BBC Monitoring. Good morning to you, Kerry, and welcome back to the program. Quite something huge for China to be doing this and amping up this race to space. Why is this being seen as an important move?
Well, it's something that China's very proud of, especially since President Xi Jinping came to power, and this is China's 19th launch. This mission is called the Shenzhou 19, there's a real emphasis today on the fact that the three astronauts that have been confirmed that are going into space tomorrow. The launch is taking part early morning, about 4 a.m. local time. They're born. Two of them are born in the 90s, so there's a real emphasis that these are young people. That China's achievements in space are happening and really targeting the young generation. That the country's able to really progress in that way and to get young people interested in space.
Well, tell us more about then this mission and China's space programs overall. As you mentioned, they are emphasizing the fact that these are young people, but beyond that, what do they seek to do?
Well, more than anything, there are broad aims to learn about the wider universe and to really be seen as a global. As a country that's a leader in being able to know more about space. There have been newspapers that have been writing this week about how China's also got broad aims of space habitation, so being able to grow things, potentially even be able to allow people to go up and stay in space, more your general public than astronauts in the future. But more than anything, yes, to be seen as a country that really is able to know more about the wider universe and is able to spread that knowledge. I mean, I think when I was a child, we'd hear about the original US moonwalk. It's the idea that China is also a country like the US that is playing a greater role in space.
Speaking of, how fast are they catching up to the likes of the US in this space race?
Well, I think they really want to show that they're ahead of the game, that they are catching up. They've got a space station that's known as the Tiangong space station, this latest mission, the Shenzhou 18, the one that's coming to an end. There have been more than 100 missions, experiments, extravehicular activities, so taking vehicles out on the moon, able to give space lectures. So they're really emphasizing in state media that China is learning a lot more and very quickly in the universe.
All right, Kerry, always a pleasure to have you on all things from China and making them make sense to our listeners. Kerry Allen there, our analyst on China. This has been Newsday. From myself, James, and everybody else on the team, thank you for your company.